Hey guys, it is Coach Fee, and I am back. Day 2. Y'all don't be acting like y'all surprised. Y'all know when I disappear, right? But when I'm back, I'm back. Hope you all had a chance to watch my previous video that uploaded a day or two ago. It was my coming back video. So I gotta be honest with you guys. It is 3:48 a.m. and wow, what a night slash day I have had. I had a GPS Speak and Shine event kickoff yesterday. You guys don't know this probably because I'm not sure if I talked about it, but I know I was talking about my speaking and my coaching that I was pursuing. You know, as a coach already, I felt the need to perfect is a bad word to use, but I felt the need to work on my speaking. And in doing so, I joined a GPS group with Kaylee Chu, one of popular TEDx speakers, and just such a wonderful soul. But just getting off of that and just reminding myself, hey, you got to do your YouTube live. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pop in and I'm going to do this while I'm up. So yeah, and I'm here and I'm okay. I'm still got a little adrenaline going, although I hopped off our last call for the night because we had been up, I don't know, I think our sessions was about 4 to 5 hours, which I'm pretty used to now. And it, even though that might seem like a long time, I love every bit of it because we're interacting, we're engaging, you're meeting new people, and the stories you get from this, the just learning about everyone and their background, the stories that they tell. And it's just been a great journey, honestly. I've learned so much just being within the group just by listening to the different speakers and hearing their stories about their life, about different experiences. And I've never felt so connected with a diverse group of people outside of this because it broadened my horizons, even though I kind of knew a lot of different things about different cultures already, but just hearing their personal experiences in their journey and how they tell their stories is it's just, it's heartwarming and it makes me excited. Like, tell me more, you know? So, yeah. Um, but I really wanted to use today, honestly, to just reflect back on some of the things that had occurred over those 60 days of my period of absence. And I wanted to talk about the International Women's Summit because that stood out to me as a pivotal moment for me. Being invited to speak at the Women's International Summit for International Women's Day was not only a privilege, it was just like, wow, Fee, you really doing this, huh? And just having that feeling of just knowing that there were women that showed up for you, you know, women that I had met previously just over socials that were just getting to know me. And I'm so grateful for those women because they didn't have to show up, but they showed up because they wanted to hear us speak and they wanted to celebrate with us. So sometimes it's always a good thing. You know, you don't have to just show up expecting to be perfect or having these expectations of what you think something's going to be. Sometimes, most of the time, you just have to show up and just be yourself and just let it naturally flow. And that's really what I did because prior to us getting prepared as far as preparation, Michelle, bless her heart, another beautiful soul, she She is like an angel. When I tell you, just a wonderful person, and she's given me a few, quite a bit opportunities, just alone in the past 8 months of growing my business, and as I'm walking every day, continuing to grow. And it just amazes me that there are so many kind hearted people when sometimes we can be quick to judge ourselves, if we're trying to be the best of what we can be for ourselves. And sometimes it's okay that we don't get to that point where we think that, oh, okay, yeah, I'm there already. And as I'm always going to say, life is going to life, sis. Life is definitely going to life. In some areas of your life, you're not going to be able to control it all. And that's okay, but you can't. None of us can. But we do know, and we should know how to trust the fall and just be able to pick ourselves up and say, okay, I can manage this one little bit at a time. But anyways, with the event, I'm saying it was so exciting because on this platform, I'd never spoken in an international capacity, not to this level with these women that showed up. I have not. I've done so previously in Kaylee's program where we've had the opportunity to speak, like we did as such in this event that I just recently got off of tonight. But in a serious manner, just being able to show voice to women, to an event for all women, encouragement, love, leadership. And it was just something genuine about the whole group of us. We didn't know each other. We probably chatted maybe once or twice before the summit. And just seeing how Michelle had took so much time to diligently work very hard to put this summit together, it shows that just another level of her commitment to her movement and just to what she's doing. And for me to just be a part of that was very, very just heartwarming, and it made me excited. It made me excited to see how far I've come so far as far as me learning and growing in my craft. And what I appreciated was how well our messages flowed. And Michelle has what she calls the aloha message, her 5 pillars, and each one of us spoke to one of those. And my topic was leadership and love. And what I thought was so funny or ironic is that we started off talking about one subject, and then when you got to me and the next and so on, everything flowed so well together. It's like all of our messages still came together and told you collectively, like the goal, like the whole goal of that message. And that's what I thought was so cool to listen to when I went back to watch it. And it was for 7 hours. It was seven of us women for 7 hours. We all had about 50 minutes each to speak. And it was just wow. And I honestly can say that I've never talked that long in a speech capacity before. Most of my speeches and talks have been maybe 30 minutes, if that. So to be able to sit there and talk for an hour about this subject, leadership and love, was just like, okay, Felicia, pull it together, pull it together. But at the end of the day, the interactions that we got to see, the comments and the questions, because we did a Q&A at the end that the women shared and what resonated with them, what they got from it. It was just, it was comforting, and it was made me feel good. Like, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. This is how I want to share my voice with women. This is how I want to be there and just continue to share my story and share what I'm learning along the way. And for me, that was a very good feeling. For me, it was a very good feeling. And the more that I speak, what I'm noticing is a change in how I speak, as far as not necessarily my speech, not the way that I'm presented, not in that capacity, but internally me, how I speak, how I move, how I'm more, I don't want to say authoritative, but how I'm more in tune with myself, with my message. And I just really love it. I didn't think that it would get so good so soon, I guess. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to say. But I guess within these 8 months, I didn't think that it would move how it is moving. And despite, like I was saying about the 60-day, pause, it still amazes me how well God has things sorted out for us. And I just go back and I just sit here and I'm like, wow. Because He always has a plan, He always has a ram in the bush. And I just feel like the moment on the stage did just set the tone for the whole thing. And I think after the first lady spoke, and like I said, I went second, and I was just like, oh wow, this is getting good. This is really getting good. Matter of fact, no, I was the third speaker. I said second. I was the third speaker. But I was just like, okay. I felt it. And it was like everybody was just watching everybody. Like, are you guys seeing this in real time? How our messages are lining up. It was just the best feeling. And yeah, we all were just so excited. And we shared so much different analogies that it still resonated with everybody, because we had women from all over that showed up to this. And it really made it really made me think of the trajectory that I want to take in speaking, to be an international speaker, to speak all over the world, that opportunity to travel. And yeah, I mean, I might be 40, but I still have a lot of aspirations. I'm still young, you know. Anything is possible. And seriously, yeah, it is. And I'm going to start taking more advantage of opportunities when I see them, and just, why not? Yeah. As one of the coaches I follow, I hear her often say, she had the audacity. Why not? So I'm going to have the audacity. Why not? Because you never know what you can do unless you try, right? Trying is so key. Taking action is still key in anything that we do, isn't it? So there's that. And yeah, I honestly can't believe that I'm still awake. Guys, it's like 4:01 a.m. now, and I feel so hyped. I feel so excited. I feel so liberated. But I know as soon as my head hits my pillow, I'm gonna crash probably. But for right now, while I was on this high, I was like, girl, you got to do that. You too. Mm-mm. Day two, we popping in here. Hey, I'm here. I'm back. Y'all ain't about to talk about me. Say she came back for 24 hours and then we ain't seen her. She came, popped back in and said, hey, I'm back, and then left us again, right? We're not doing that every day. So, yeah, that's what my last 24 hours have been like, as well as me just touching on the International Women's Summit. It was a great opportunity, great women to learn from and still grow. And yes, all of us are still connected. We connected on socials, and now we're like, helping each other in aspects of, hey, sis, you need help with something, just hit me up. So it's pretty cool, the connections you make through speaking and through coaching and everything. And it's That has just probably been the most exciting thing to me. A lot of people probably like, eh. But for me, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my thing is community. I love a good community. I love a good community of women or just single moms, entrepreneurs. When it comes to family, relatability, and then learning about their stories, their journeys, their experiences, and then learning from them. I always enjoyed that. And for me, that excites me. It excites me a lot. I think that's why I tend to take on different like I guess like volunteering, in a sense, volunteering to help other single moms or go to nonprofits and do different things as a mom, because I know what that's like being on the other side and not having anybody. So that was one of the things that I promised myself, that I would always help out in the capacity that I could for another mom in general that had children as well, who need that, who need that assistance, who need that interaction, who need someone to just listen to them, that can affirm them, that make them feel seen, and that we understand them. I want to be that person. And so that's what I'm striving to do through my coaching, through my speaking, by sharing my story and reminding those women that, sis, your voice matters. You matter. And reminding them that it's not too late, and just pushing them to keep themselves grounded through their faith, remembering who they are through Christ, and just giving them the tools to move forward so that they can be able to accomplish whatever their purpose is in life and define it, you know? And so that's been a whole thing for me. And now that I'm actually walking in that, it feels so good. It feels so good to just be able to be there sometimes for other people. And I know a lot of people may think sometimes is as women, when we have our own situations going on, our own problems, we might think it may be kind of silly, or someone may have said something to you and may have made you feel like it's kind of silly for you being there for someone else because you have things going on in your life. And let me be the first to tell you, sis, life is going to life, period. So for me, I look at it as an opportunity to help another woman if I can help them in their time of need. Because guess what? Whatever my issue might be, something that I can't solve, it might last a week, it might last a month, it might last 6 months. But within that time frame, sis, if I'm able to help someone else in their own capacity, I'm definitely going to do it, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you being there for someone else, even in the midst of something you have going on. It's not deflecting, but sometimes it's just simple. You can't give worry to something that you don't have the solution to. Sometimes you have to pray about it and you have to let God do the rest, you know? So once I learned that, it's been just fine. I'm able to breathe. It's not the end of the day. I gave it to God, and we could just go and sit back and chill while he work everything out, because he does in his own time. Yeah, because I do realize we can't solve everything. Some things are not meant for us to solve. We just have to wait on him to give us that direction. And I think once I've learned that, things have been a little bit better for me in my becoming. It definitely has, because it takes stress and tension off of you, sis. It does. It takes a lot of that off of you. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what else is going to unfold as I'm continuing each day, step by step. Um, I talked about the summit, talked about the women, the connections. Uh, Spoke a little bit about earlier on what I have going on with the Speak and Shine. The Speak and Shine with Kaylee is, it's more of a opportunity for all of the speakers to share their speeches. We get to hear each other um, tell us their speeches, and then we get to render our testimonials to them to let them know what we thought of their speeches. It's a fun time shared together where we learn new techniques about speaking. We even craft a speech for TEDx, which is so, so cool. She gives us so many different valuable perspectives and just valuable information from her. And so, coming back around full circle to tonight, as I said, I just wanted to make sure that I came on and I'm doing my live. And thinking I may have some good news later today. We'll see. Lord's willing, my daughter will be returning home later today or tomorrow. So I'm very excited to see her. It's been a few weeks. So, yeah. And in case you're wondering where she was in the hospital. She is safe and she's well. And that's really all that I care about. But yeah, excited to see her back home. And just as a reminder for those of you who have been watching my channel from when I started back fall, as we continue to grow, and we will grow together. I want you to invite another sister, another friend who just may need to just chill out and pull up a chair and sit and talk. Because here on my channel, yes, I'm Coach Fee, but ultimately, I'm Felicia, mom of three. I am becoming every day and just showing you in real time what it looks like to grow and rebuild from the ground up and just becoming and growing as an entrepreneur, as a coach and speaker, and just, taking care of your children each day. And yes, life can be a lot challenging, I think, for us as moms, but ultimately, we're always still growing. We are always still finding a way to make things work, regardless of what it looks like. And that's what I love about us. I love that about us because we always are thinking one or two steps ahead, you know, resilient. But I just want to be mindful of us as moms to know the difference between being resilient and being burnt out. There is a huge difference between being resilient and burnt out. But yes, I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. Like I said, as my subscribing to my channel, and let's see what tomorrow brings. Because I'm gonna look forward to my day 2 of my Speak and Shine tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll even bring out one of my speeches and talk to you guys about it and see what you think. Get some feedback. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go and try to get some rest. I just really still wanted to own up to my commitment to come on here and share a day in the life or a day in a couple hours because baby, it is 4:10 a.m. And yes, y'all know your girl gonna clunk out. When I'm out, I'm gonna be out for a few hours. Won't ultimately because it's so weird and ironic how my schedule is because I am a late night owl and then I am also sometimes an early riser. So it just depends. My normal time for waking up each day is about 6 a.m. to 6:30. And it is already 4 after 4. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how my day is gonna shape out today. And who knows, I might pop back on early and do another live before I enter my session with Kaylee and everyone else. I think that's what I'm thinking of kind of leaning towards doing, but I'm really not sure yet. So we'll just see how that goes. But I just want to remind you guys, I am Coach Fee, your worth activator, and I thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. And thanks for your support. And hey, I'm back. I'm back. I hope you guys have a great start to your morning. Because it is morning. So I hope that you have a great day and see you guys tomorrow.